When I first came here back in the early 80s, the area that we see now that's called Magnolia Neff used to be known as the Triangle area. When the times I had started, it was really an area that you needed a lot of police to actually come in here and actually clean up the stuff that was going on here.
The Opa-Locka CET program and its law enforcement efforts have reduced crime in the Magnolia North area about 98%.
It's a tremendous turnaround since the city manager, Miss Beverly Janey, and the Opa-Locka Police Department and partners and staff were hired. Mr. Gorley. Magnolia North has been a successful turnaround. We're getting back our city.
It's amazing how these women and mothers and fathers have to come into these stores with their children because they need a place to buy milk, or the kids want to buy cookies, and they have to stand in line next to a drug dealer or a drug addict who's trying to get crack paraphernalia that's being sold almost legally over the counter.
As you see, we're in front of a store that was closed as a partnership between law enforcement and the owners of it. It's been notorious for criminal activity throughout the years, homicides, all types of crimes. It's now closed. And so we are putting a lot of resources into Magnolia North and to make it a livable area for our residents.
Last year, this time, around this year, Magnolia North had approximately 3 or 4 homicides. Out of that 3 or 4, 3 of them was juveniles. This year, because of the implementation of the community empowerment team, we're down to 0 homicides.
We do drugs, shootings, robberies, prostitution, you name it, all was right there in that 3-4 block area known as the Triangle. After several months of hard work with police, different task force along with code enforcement, crime rate dropped at least 95% over there. Very little crime rate, very little drug, just almost eliminated.
Full of money. What's that all about? You know, 5s, 10s, 20s.
Most of us who live in the more affluent area of Miami are able to go to Publix. We don't have to deal with this, but there's little kids shot here, standing in line, running out, trying to get a quart of milk for their mom, for the house. It's not the way life is supposed to be lived.
Behind me are homes that belong to Miami-Dade Housing, which have been vacant for a number of years. And one reason that they are vacant is because in the heyday of the Triangle, known as Magnolia North now, people who lived in these low housing here did not want to live here because of violent crime, and thus all the housing are vacant. But I'm glad to say that through discussions and partnerships with Miami-Dade County, Habitat for Humanity is going to take over and rebuild the housing behind us. And so I believe that will be a plus for the Magnolia North area.
My personal thoughts on the law enforcement efforts of Magnolia North is that they are developing collaborations and partnerships with a variety of service organizations that are only going to benefit their citizens. I see their police officers as taking a real vested interest in the citizens here. It's a form of community policing that I'd like to see throughout the county.
And we have been able to service quite a few people in this area. And it's really heartfelt, and it's a very good feeling to know that at the end of the day, you've helped somebody.